Chapter 4. Goodbye, Shingala.
There we go, we got the windmill now. I forgot where the picture for this one thing is for the ghost or whatever it's called. Might have to like double check, but alright. This map's pretty fun. I like this one. It usually goes really well too. Okay. It's annoying when these turtles try to get into you. Okay, we didn't get the item, but that's fine. So for this area, we need to fight those fish. The fish have the item. Those guys. Doesn't seem like that one had it either. So like I said before, once this chapter is pretty much over, it's gonna go really well. Oh. Well, the door is all the way over here, which is kind of bad. Gonna have to walk all the way. But yeah, once this chapter is done, we get so much value. We get way more money. We get really fast movement. We get a radar, kind of, so we can see which enemy has the key item. Really nice. Oh wait, that's turtle. Okay, seems like we're not gonna get that lucky. We already got the Geostone. The only thing that's really holding us back is the enemy. And it's nowhere here. Did I? It has to be any of those at the bottom. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have even bothered. Alright, there we go. Annoying, but sure. I gotta run all the way back, so. So here's the thing about this particular area. We need to be able to enter Finny Frenzy, right? Because once we finish Finny Frenzy, for the first part anyways, we get a new recruit, which is very helpful. Our fish should be more than enough to do what needs to be done. The only problem is we need the event to actually trigger, so we'll see how long it takes for it to actually come online. Can I get a picture of the sun from here? Oh, it's very late, but I think I do have to also take a picture of the sun from the beach, since it's considered a different photograph. I know it's a little bit weird, but how it works. Yeah, it took a minute because of all the backtracking we had to do.
This.
And so tack the seat.
This one we still have to do the same one, the same fish enemy. Not that fish. That fish is a big fish. This fish. Did not get it on the first try. Oh well. Still did not get it. Well, that's my exit. On the geostone, if this guy has it. He didn't have. Okay, he did have. Nice. Okay, now we just gotta go back. Take care of the other ones. I think he... Yeah, he does reach. Okay, this one we need to find a rat. Let's see how long it takes to find the rat. Oh, I found the geos. I don't want to get those boxes. Although, like I said before, it's really not that necessary to get money anymore. Well, as long as I can do my final shopping for this area, should be fine. Not letting me. There's one rat. Nice. Okay, well, the good news is he did in fact find it. So now we can go all the way back and leave. This place is actually... Oop, I forgot that they kind of can do that. But yeah, the reason why this place is super fun, or the reason why I like it at least, is it doesn't have any part of the map where if you're playing golf, right, it doesn't... You can't out of bounds it. You normally end up playing golf indoors. So, you know, it's not that stressful. It is a little bit annoying when it comes down to doing corner shots because you can't bounce it off the wall as well, since most of these walls are not flat. But, you know, it's not that bad compared to what you normally have to deal with in the other areas. So... Like I said, this place is pretty chill. Whoops. Three more. Actually, well, doesn't really matter. We're still looking for rats. Bat. Okay, so we're just not getting any of the enemies that I need. Nice. We're definitely gonna have to run all the way back. Jesus. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to take out a couple of enemies here. It wasn't even the enemy that I needed. That sucks. Well, the rat has to be up here. My camera? Okay. Now all the rats are here. Okay. There we go. We get out of here now. So At this point, it's pretty chill. We've gotten most of all the heavy work done, but the only thing that I still have to be completely aware of is any of the missable stuff, which is still a thing. Most of the, if anything, if all the bosses are coming up and all that, they're all going to be very easy. We pretty much are going to hit our power spike pretty hard. And like I said, once we get into chapter 5, we're gonna have good movement, good money to buy pretty much not really anything. That's the other thing, which is kind of funny. You would think with like a bunch of money we can do some really crazy stuff. Not really. Because I don't really care about upgrading my weapons and stuff until the very end where it actually matters. But the best thing that will be... too late. But the best thing is, you know, being able to... Wait, what am I doing? It's just to buy all the ingredients for the building stuff, so you don't have to do like any of the back and forth shopping list. I know it sounds kind of lazy, but I mean, it's kind of true. Is anything? Okay, it's almost midnight. Let me see if I can get this picture. If I could remember where it is. Somewhere here. Yeah. Actually, I have no idea why there's so many ghost pictures in this game. I know I made fun of like Dead Rising for this game and all that, but I don't know if this game came out. I mean, I feel like that would be kind of a huge reach, but I don't know if this game came out like around the same time as Fatal Frame. And maybe that's why? Because that's the closest thing that I can imagine the ghost or the photographing thing being of like a parody of. need to kill these things, by the way. Okay, we didn't get it, but that's fine. More paint. Exactly what I was waiting for. I really need sugarcane. Still nothing. Alright, not bad. I guess. More death. Not what I needed. Actually, double check. I think we should be more than fine when it comes down to cash. Because chapter 1, we kind of were a little bit tight, but we did manage. And then chapter 2, it seemed like it was pretty well off, so I think I shouldn't be worried. I'm still going to keep picking up everything from chests because we could potentially get something really helpful. But it's mainly just to pick up the magic stone. Because if I do get the magic stone, I can immediately go to the geostone location. No. Oh well. At least the good news is we haven't gotten the exit, so we may not have to walk that much once we do find it. It has to be this one right here. Yeah, it is. Oh, hold on. But yeah, I say that once we get to the semi-finale, it's when I'm gonna start doing most, if not all, the heavy lifting for the medals. So if you're wondering how many more chapters until we start doing all the metal farming, pretty much we're in chapter 4. I think once we hit chapter 7? Let me think. It's chapter 6 or 7? It's one of the two. But once we get to some place called Moonflower Palace, that's when basically I have to stop everything. Moonflower Palace is the big moment of the game where you have to make absolute sure that you've gotten everything. If you do not, things will go really badly. So probably what will happen is I'll complete most, if not all, the floors. Okay, that's a no-go. Not get it on the first try. But yeah, once we get to the palace, I'll do all the floors as normal. And then right before I get to the final... Well, before I get to the boss. We cannot kill the boss, because if I kill the boss, the whole area gets destroyed. So that's the big, you know, reveal where we have to be very careful. And pretty much, during the time that I'm doing that, I will still have another dungeon to do after that dungeon, but by that time it'll be pretty much over. Well, I say over, but it's more like it's the final dungeon and we've done everything already, so it's like the final stretch. Okay, I almost died. Cool, cool. Yeah, the enemy placement right now is really screwing me over. But the most important part is just whenever we get to the palace, we make double checks of everything that we have. And if everything comes back as positive, then you know what? No problems. Final stretch. I genuinely am kind of... I mean, I don't really care about the golf. Golf is pretty fun when it works well, and it's not cheap. Because the thing is, because this game is randomly generated, technically, it's an old game too, like, it's an old game. But, pretty much because it's randomly generated the dungeons, sometimes, when it gives you the potential hole for the golf, it can be almost impossible, or it is impossible. Sometimes the game doesn't take into account the walls in between each other, and it will give you a very low number of like swings. So yeah, it's pretty rough when that happens, but there is a positive about that too. You can get very unlucky, but you can also get very lucky. It's kind of funny when it does happen. A good example of what I mean by that. Imagine right now I killed all the enemies, and now from this entrance right here, it tells me that I need to hit the ball all the way over to this corner. Sometimes it does that. And those are freebies. Those... I don't know how often that happens, I'm gonna be honest, but it does happen. Likewise, how you can get very unlucky, and it will tell you to shoot the ball from where I told you, from like over there to like right here. But the problem is it won't take into account the wall in between each other. So instead of you getting like 3 shots to shoot like around the corner, it will tell you that, oh, you only need 1 shot. It's pretty bad when that happens. To be fair, it's very bad when that happens. And that's the reason why a lot of people, well, I think most people probably don't like the golf in this game. There's a lot of issues. Mainly one of them being that you need to kill everything in the dungeon in order to give yourself another chance to play golf, which honestly, yeah, I feel like that's kind of something they shouldn't have done. It definitely adds padding to the game because at most, especially in some later levels, to kill all the enemies, it takes like, what? 3 minutes? So you can really start feeling it impact you while you're going over and over again doing that. It's not a good feeling. Okay, we need to get Medusas in this map. Not it. God. Did not get it. Fine. Get out of here. What else? What else? The fishing minigame. I guess I won't be getting that. The fishing minigame is just pretty much doing it. There is, like I said, you can upgrade your rod to make it better and all that, but at the end of the day, the fishing is not really much of a challenge. It's more of a time waster. Can't really say anything positive about the fishing, if I'll be honest. The fishing minigame is very straightforward. There's not much to it. And I don't know. I don't mind the fishing, but I don't like the idea of what they ended up doing for the potential medals. It's very RNG heavy, and at the end of the day, you can literally finish it as quickly as you get in, or you can waste like 10, 20 minutes of just sitting there waiting, which is, again, God help me. Uh-oh. Oh no. Please? Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Brother, I'm poisoned too. You cannot be serious. Oh my, alright. There's a reason why I got this. My God. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous, isn't it? Let's get out of here. Let's get a good old save going right after that one. I mean, kinda, yeah. Alright, so for this part, we define Shiva, which is a spider. I'm gonna use that, but alright. One Shiva. Okay, the first one, we got it. Nice. Now we just need to go get the stone. If I can find the magic crystal. Don't need more paint. Need that either. Oh yeah, I forgot to feed my fish. I was gonna feed my fish, but we kind of got jumped. So. It's always odd, but whenever I do end up playing these old school games, I get so much nostalgia of like other games that I used to play during the time, and it makes me wonder if I should replay them. But not really 100% sure if that's a good idea. Alright, I think the next part is a boss fight, but yeah. Make a safety save real quick. Not really anything here particular to take pictures of, but you know, why not? Yeah. Alright, so now we need to do a little bit of shopping list. Let's see how much money we have. Hopefully we have a decent amount so we can make this work. Alright, so let's sell everything that we don't need and how much money we have left over. We don't need this anymore. So much paint. Alright. We have more than enough. Alright, time for the shopping list. What was it that we needed again? I have so much rock. Oh my god. I have enough cloth. Glass, I do need a bit more. Clay. Need a lot of metal. Light element. Have enough. Wind. Have enough. How about fire? A bit more. Should be it. Alright, time to start building. Okay. So first things first. Need one of these. We need 4. About 8 of these. I think that's mostly everything. I don't really need anything else, but Alright, you know what? We'll make the thing the blue one, not the red one. Hold on. Up. Gotta take a few pictures. Is there anything else I'm forgetting about, but you're wrong? Not a big deal though. Let's see, where are we with this? Day 5, that's fine. Get more later. Probably do this now before I forget. Alright, so we need to sacrifice one of our fish. It doesn't really matter what fish you do it to, but... I mean, pretty much. It really matters that much, but like I said, we'll pick up all the upgrades and stuff once we finish this area, so I could start looking around now. Wait, what? How does that even work? I feel like that's, and if anything, that's like a security breach on PayPal's end. How the hell does that cross over to other people's accounts? Either someone's money laundering with that, or that sounds a little bit sus. I'm gonna make a safety save here so we can actually be completely sure that I don't accidentally go crazy. I've never seen it walk up to me like this before. It's literally on top of this thing. I've never seen this before. Wow, I've never seen it have its mouth open that long for that. Yeah, that's weird. Can you... This is a very awkward fight all of a sudden. It's supposed to be quick, but for some reason it moved up really quickly. Oh, that's awkward. I've never seen this before. Wow, wait, this is really interesting, actually. Hello? What? I've never seen this before. What? I think it might be a little bit bugged. Oh, fine. I think I have to hit it like a few times. I've never seen this before. It normally just does its little thing and then that's it. Oh, this is actually kind of... Well, good thing I saved, but... You're supposed to throw it when it's opening its mouth. Dude, wait, this is kind of crazy. What? Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill it. This is what happens when you do this. You game over. Yeah. I've never, ever have seen that happen before. Normally, it always sits right in front of you. And it's like the most simplest thing. I've genuinely no idea that that could have happened. Well, I have no idea about what the problem for that specifically is, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know how that crosses wires with the other thing. That means that somehow your info or someone else's info is tied to another, like, that doesn't make sense. There we go. That's how it should go. I've never seen it walk all the way forward like that. That was really odd.
What are you doing following us in your...
I don't know. Because, like, even on a standpoint for, like... Double check to see if I get the picture. Puppet. Any check, yeah. Like, even on a coding way, like, I don't even know how that works. Because, like, if you pay with a specific account, it should be linked, but how would it get other people's info? I feel like almost in a weird... Okay, we can move on now. I feel like in the most sick, twisted way, I feel like it's someone that tried to potentially put like a back door and they fucked up. Because there's no... I don't know. If I'm gonna pay something online and I'm gonna use my account, how is it going to take someone else's money from another account from that same like site? It doesn't... That's... Yeah, no, that's gonna be some serious stuff. I genuinely have no idea how... I don't know. They're probably gonna have to reimburse everyone their money if they even figure out how, but... I don't know. It just sounds awful. Wait, what am I doing? I have to go back to the future. Or is it? Okay, hold on. The whole situation right now that you're talking about, what platform is doing these purchases? Is it like Steam? People are buying games from Steam, but they use their PayPal account, or no? Okay, I was gonna say, because like there's no way that's like that kind of amount. That's kind of crazy. Oh, it's their own launcher? Uh-oh. Okay, now that's sus. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's... So their own launcher for the game redirects you, or you can use the same launcher to buy with PayPal. What? Dude, what company is this game? Who published this? Like, what? Is it like some indie dev or something? Who is it? That's what I'm asking. Well, regardless if it's a well-known company or publisher, like, this is insane. You would think this kind of like situation would happen when they first started trying to figure out how to do like online purchases, but oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Well, I don't know anything about them, but that's yeah. I don't know if there's some gacha company or mobile company, but that's kind of rough. I feel like at that point it's just a huge security breach. I don't even know how the hell they're gonna handle it, but I mean, it's their new game, but that, again, I don't even... It's their first official game. Like, they've never made anything else. Because that's also kind of like... It doesn't help. It's kind of an insane red flag. It's their second game? I mean... Oh, they're... Oh, really? Oh, shit. I thought they were just using that name because of, like, some... Oh. Oh, shit. Well. That's, Oh, I have no idea what to even... How long ago has this been happening? Did it just start today or something? Oh shit. I wonder if any other streamers got hit by that. Because I feel like the problem might be, if it's something to do with their own launcher, that means anyone that's connected to that launcher probably has their data leaked. Or their data is potentially mixed in with everyone, so if someone makes a charge, everyone can potentially get hit by the charge. That's... That's so stupid. Well, even then, like, hopefully they canceled any way to make purchases, because I mean, not everyone's gonna look online for a random ass post. That's pretty bad. I forgot. Do I have to get... Yeah, I have to get Medusa in this one. Nice. First try. Okay, well, now we just need to get... I mean, I wouldn't say that hurt. Oh my god. Hold on. I have to mow down this whole hallway. Oh my god. Okay, well, I need to find the geostone. What? I've never seen him immediately trigger that attack follow-up. I mean, I'd be more worried on the idea of potentially having my info leaked. Because, I mean, again, if... I don't know, man. That's insane. I legitimately have no idea how that can happen. Besides the potential of having someone making a backdoor and they messed up the coding, I guess. They probably wanted to like redirect the money to their account, but they messed up and they just made it so the money goes to whoever's account. I don't know. That's just a mess and a half. Well, regardless, since they are such a wealthy company, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind handing out a little bit of a cash out for anyone that could potentially suffer from that. That's... Well, I mean... Sure. In-game currency, so they technically don't lose any money. They just refund the money back into themselves. Sure. How much are they giving away, though? Are they gonna give away, like, $10 for everyone? Okay, this one we need to get the mole. I mean, look, I'm not saying that that game is going to be a Gooner game or whatever, but I mean, it has its characters, the gacha game. But regardless, I don't know, man. That whole scenario that you just explained to me is... I mean, technically they're basically gambling, so... To some extent, yeah. There you are. Well... It is what it is. Although, I will admit, if they do end up doing like... If they compensate everyone by just giving away money, or in-game currency, better said. I've gotten to the point where I've lost faith in humanity, and I'm almost certain in the time frame that they do the compensation, if it's a lot of money, depending on how much they want to give out to the whole community. Because it doesn't matter, it's their in-game currency. They're gonna get the money back. I imagine they're going to inflate the price of everything in the market Just to make sure they don't actually overbuy anything. That's how little faith I have. That's how little faith. Give everyone like $100 for in-game currency, but then just overinflate everything. Yeah. Too bad. I forgot what other game had that kind of... Well, it wasn't that issue, but it had somewhat of a situation with like a PR stunt. Where it was... Okay, I got it. Can leave now. If I remember correctly, it was Infinite... What was it called? Infinite Nikki? It was that one girl dress-up gacha game. And I remember they had a problem. I forget if it was if they sold it off and they went under new management or something. But pretty much the biggest thing that happened was there was a big problem and everyone got really upset. And they basically offered everyone in-game currency. And then when they were going to hand out the in-game currency, they lied. They basically dumbed it down and they gave them something like worse. And then everyone started complaining and they showed screenshots of them of what they offered, and then they had to like backtrack. It was awful. Okay, so that one's ready. Yeah. A good day to not be a gacha addict. I'll tell you that. It's a good day. I've seen horror whoops. Gosh. I've seen horror stories of people talking about their significant other or someone that is addicted and like actually addicted to gambling, or not gambling, sorry, gacha. I guess it is the same thing, but regardless. Literally spending their their food money just to get the one banner or whatever the hell. Ah, shit. That's awkward. I mean, I get the carrot back, it's fine. I'll make sure to feed him next time. I mean, I would argue that a casino would be better because technically you'll be doubling or tripling your money. But in a gacha game, you're basically just giving money away for your mental sanity. I might not have enough explosives for this. I mean, it gets to a point where I'm pretty sure I've never played gacha because I never really care that much, but I'm pretty sure once you get to a point where you have all the characters or whatever, the only thing that you really have going for the game, if you really want to keep playing, is just collecting the new ones that come out. That's about it, really. Gotta go all the way back and talk to Donnie. Right. Gotta go. The only thing I don't like about this game is that whenever you put anyone in a house, you have to like go all the way over to their actual house, talk to them if you want to recruit them. Thankfully, this is like the one time I'm doing it just because maybe I get lucky, but after this chapter, we don't have to do that ever again, so it's fine. I forgot what it was, but there's like this there's this one meme for Konami. Since Konami basically abandoned video games and they started doing pachinko. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I remember there was this one video. I can't remember if it was, I think it was on YouTube that I saw it. It was something about Devil May Cry, or not Devil May Cry. What was it? It was some weird ass insane like video of a video game. It was Konami. Of course it wasn't Devil May Cry, but maybe they have a pachinko for Devil May Cry? Maybe? I don't know. But straight up. Oh god. Please be the first one. Okay, it was not the first one. Jesus. But the pachinko like animations for like getting a small jackpot are like insane. It's insane the amount of production value. They do have one for, maybe it was that then. But I remember I saw it, and when I first saw it, I thought they were doing like some sort of like spin-off. But no, it was just a pachinko fucking jackpot. It was crazy. It was so well done too. Oh man. I mean, okay, hopefully I can get this. Please, please. Nice. I can try. Let's go. I already got the geostone, so we can leave. Let's get out of here, or at least try to find the exit. I've never really been a fan of playing anything in terms of like gacha or just generally mobile. But I mean, most gacha games you can play technically on your PC, which, I mean, pretty sure most people play it on mobile just because of, you know, literally pick up and go. Okay, let's see if we actually get Finny Frenzy or not. Last time, or at least normally, if you go through the game pretty quickly... Okay, well, we'll leave it at fast. If Fitted Frenzy was on the top left, it would show like a green marker with the timer, and it's not there, so... A little bit concerning. Just a little bit, tad bit. What's your stats? 63, 73. That's not bad. Actually, wait, where? Right, we need to kill moles. This might be a little bit tricky. No, did not get it. Well. Oh god. Do we... No. There is a mole here. There. Not what I needed. I mean, that whole little scenario about that with Steam, I don't really... I don't really care since I never really bothered with those kind of things. But... I have seen people post like some really weird stuff, but then again, like I would almost argue that Nintendo has some pretty raunchy stuff when it comes down to their eShop. Hell, I think honestly, and then the Nintendo Switch had some pretty family-friendly, cultured video games. And then after that, I feel like Steam just got washed with like almost 3 times as much. Especially ever since the good old AI slop thing. Okay, this room is completely empty. Nice. Yeah, I have heard that Octopath Zero was originally a gacha game, but I mean, regardless though, even if it was, I would not have played it. Obviously, I did play it when it got changed up from its gacha, but still, I mean, it just feels weird having a game like Octopath and then making it into a gacha. I don't know what Square Enix was thinking about during that time. Did they just like sell the rights of the IP or something? I don't know how that happens. I mean, yeah, I know money, but like, did Square literally just go, all right, Octopath, you're gonna make money for me? All right, just a few love taps right before we leave. Nothing bad. So again, the only problem that we have right now is that I need Finny Frenzy to actually be available. We got the cutscene. We got the trigger. However, it's still not up on the top left. It's day 25. I have been speeding up the game. So hopefully on day 30-ish, it's there. Hopefully. First see. Need to kill the vanguards. I've heard some things about High Guard. Not many promising things and very questionable things, but I think it's just the general people being, I wouldn't say negative, but they're probably trying to be as safe as possible. Because some people are calling it Concord 2026. And I've only seen like one little mini trailer of the game. And to be fair, it's kind of generic. At least the trailer anyways. It didn't really show any gameplay. At least the one that I saw. So, I don't know. Is High Guard supposed to be a free-to-play game, or is it going to be a live service game? Because at this point, I actually have no idea if it is free-to-play or not. It is supposed to be free-to-play? I mean, if it's free-to-play, then there's no harm in trying it. I will say, however, the last time I saw one of those kind of games, it was Marvel Rivals, and I mean, we already know how that game went. It was a pretty nice game, all things considered. I had a lot of fun with Marvel Rivals was very fun. I played a lot with my friends in the first couple of like weeks. And then I stopped. I stopped after getting to the highest rank because it took forever to get into a match, and apparently there was no one there. You had to literally play at specific times if you wanted to play with people. Very fun. No, I haven't done that game either. I've seen bits and pieces of that game, and I've also seen people being sponsored to play it. From the most that I've seen of that game looks really good. I won't give it shit. Legitimately, it is very good, and when it comes down to the cosmetics, I think if I remember correctly, one of the cosmetics that someone bought was like, what, was it like $10,000 or $50,000 or some shit? It was something, it was an absurd amount of money for like a cosmetic. But besides the cosmetics being like insanely priced, The game itself is very good. Most of the combat and everything else, very clean. The only reason why I never really got around to it is because, for one, I don't know, I was pretty much tired of the whole Souls combat parry slap kind of thing. So I never really got to it. But I've seen a lot of things about it. Like the whole bounty system, you can have players go after you if you do like crimes and they beat the shit out of you. You can go to prison, which is literally just doing like mini games. So you can make your prison time shorter. Or just have people throw food at you while you're being paraded through town because you didn't want to do mini games. Yeah, it was like some outrageous amount of money. I mean, the whole concept of the game is to basically show off how luxurious or how high social ladder you are in the game, no? To some degree. I mean, those cosmetics and stuff kind of fit the same bill. Okay, we need to take out Zappies. The Finny Frenzy's still not going. A little bit concerning. I might, after we finish this floor, I'm gonna go back to the main town to see if I can, like, I don't know, trigger something. But besides the point, I mean, oh really? Yeah, in the time frame that I've been trying to find like something else to do, I've been playing a lot of oh wow, nice, first try. We can leave now, actually. I've been playing a lot of roguelites. Specifically, I've been playing a lot of Night Rain since I got that DLC. Sadly, the DLC was kind of it was kind of quick. It was kind of quick, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the two new characters they added, but straight up, it was not that difficult to beat the boss. The two bosses, and that's it. But I did play a decent amount with my friends. So I kind of got a little bit overloaded on Souls games. That's why I didn't do Where Winds Meet. I was kind of getting already too much of it. Okay, we made it all the way to the village, which is good. We're almost somewhat done with this chapter. I know it's kind of going already pretty quick, but I mean, yeah, it's one of the shorter chapters. Morning. So the Finny Frenzy thing is still not triggering, which is kind of concerning. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Soul Slop, or just a lot of Souls games coming out now, because we have, what, Code Vein 2 coming out, and then after Code Vein 2, at least I can take a mini break from it and do Dragon Quest, and then right afterwards, Neo 3. I'm super excited for Neo 3. If Neo 3 ends up flopping, I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be so sad. Straight up, I'm gonna be so sad because I really love Neo. I love the whole premise of how you can make builds. You're constantly getting gear. So nice. Oh yeah, because it's nighttime. The girl's probably not here. Damn. Need to come back at a different time. Well, Neo's pretty fast-paced, which is something I do like about that kind of genre. I like the fast pace. I like the idea of having so many different builds that you can like interchange. I love the fact that you're constantly getting gear. You're always getting some sort of progression. Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind the whole map being mission based and stuff like that. Let me see if I can go ahead and get a picture here. 5 in the morning. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the Finny Frenzy. Where is sun? There you go. Oh, it's not the morning sun. I need the evening sun for this place, which is kind of annoying. And Finny Frenzy is not showing up. This is a bit of a problem. Need to get a few pictures here. Windmill. And then lights. Need like 8. God. Let's see if I can... Okay. Pretty much good. Is it? I have no idea, but I'm pretty much done with that company. I've said long gones for that company a long time ago. Tired of dealing with a bunch of bugs at the beginning of the game's life or just sloppiness. Oh, really? You want to know something funny? I think... I forget what it was. I think it was, when they got... Well, I mean, they've been getting hit by that, like, all constantly, but whenever they had that one data breach in Ubisoft where they got a bunch of games taken away from them. Not the one that just recently happened. It happened, I mean, that shit happens, like, almost every other year, but when it did happen, I think one of them actually took my account info because I got a...
I am Baru, the Shigure tribe of...
I got an email about someone trying to, like, get into the account, and I'm like, what the hell's the point of getting into the fucking Ubisoft account? But yeah, they're... I mean, actually, yeah, no, honestly, they've had so many issues now just recently with, like, Siege and everything. It's... Yeah, no, they're... Yeah, they're doing pretty awful. But does it actually do anything though? Oh wait, I think I need to go talk to the other guy first, no? Wait, hold on. I kind of forgot if this one section I have to do the thing or not. Let me go talk to this guy real quick. Because the only thing that I remember about the whole Ubisoft account is that you normally get like Ubisoft points for playing their games, and then you can use those points to get like little cosmetics or whatever from like their in-game shop or whatever. I do not have the medicine. Oh, I do have it. You mean for your video games? Yeah, it should. There shouldn't be any reason why your video game save progression should be tied to your account. There should be pretty much from like... Yeah, if you open them from Steam, you're fine. There should be cloud saves or whatever. Either the saves are in your computer or they're on the cloud save, so you're fine. Again, the only thing that the Ubisoft account does is that like if I was playing Assassin's Creed, if I could use the points that I got from like earning challenges or achievements to buy like a cosmetic for my horse or something. I mean, if that's the one thing that you're worried about, you should be fine, really. But let me double back really quick. Yeah, you should be completely fine. There shouldn't be a reason. So, we still don't have Finny Frenzy, which is kind of concerning. I kind of need for it to actually trigger. Only day 26, but... I mean, I don't know what games you're gonna go play with, but if anything, hopefully it's not too much of a slugfest. Well, we're pretty much good to go, honestly. Odyssey. I think that was like one of the last games that I played for that, for Ubisoft. I didn't like the whole idea of how they scale the enemies, but besides that, I mean, it had some moments. I don't know why, but I mean, there's no reason to be this scared or paranoid, better said, but I'll make another save. Okay, so this part right here that's coming up, it's pretty simple. All we need to do is take a picture of the boss and then a picture of the background, which is the airship that I was talking about in chapter 3. You can get a picture here, so we should be fine. Yeah, the DLCs and stuff that you have should be tied to your account. It shouldn't matter of Ubisoft account or whatever. Should be fine. Yeah, that's the battleship, by the way. So this boss is pretty easy, but that was the wrong one. Yeah, this is pretty much it. If you stand in the middle, nothing happens. Yeah, it's a very crazy boss fight. Oop. Yeah, that's the boss fight.
Oh, I can't believe it. You actually beat me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've never seen that happen before. You have an account with Steam, and that account itself is tied to any of your purchases for the licenses and all that. So you should be completely fine. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you open up the game and it tells you that you need to sign into your Ubisoft account, I think that's, you can just bypass it. You don't have to. That's only if you want to like claim rewards. It's kind of like the same thing for like Fallout 3. I mean, the game is really old, but when you log in, it tells you that it wants you to sign into your Microsoft account or something like that, but you don't have to. Okay, so we got 100% on this, and because we got 100%, we got the good old Nova Cannon. Very good. It's a strong weapon. Shoots lasers. Very cool. Does it? That's really odd. So you're saying you literally cannot play anything unless you sign into the account? Well, I've never really downloaded any Ubisoft games on Steam. I would figure that they would use the launcher of Steam, but yeah, I'm sorry, man. That sounds legitimately fucked. Oh, whoops. I needed that fish. I don't know, man. That I can't say. Especially after the huge data breach that happened with like Siege. Yeah, they took like what? They took all the source code of like their games since like 2000 or something. Some crazy stuff. It just sometimes feels like they don't care about their games. Feels like they feels like they probably got so big that they don't care that they won't fail. Actually, wait, wasn't it? Wait, it was Ubisoft. Oh my god, it was. They were the ones with the Star Wars Outlaw saying that. Oh my god, wait a minute. I don't know, man. They've said some crazy shit. And people have rightfully have talked back at them, and I remember when Star Wars Outlaws came out and they did horrible, and it wasn't because, oh, the game was poorly made and everything. It was the fans' fault. The fans are the problems. They didn't buy the game because of the characters or something. Like, they used some BS, and then everyone just got super pissed off at them, and they just didn't bother doing anything about them. I mean, they've rightfully have said some really stupid shit. Well, that's that game. That's that franchise, but they've done some really bad things on other games. And I'm pretty sure that's the same company that said you don't own your games. You're borrowing the games or something like that. And that's never been that good for them ever since they started getting absolutely thrown all over the place by data breaches and everything. They've been pretty much getting hit by the same thing they've always told everyone else. Remember if... There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna look around. Try my best to see if we can pick up everything. I mean, yeah, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, if the game looks fun enough for you, then it's always, you know, you'll have fun. I cannot have fun with them anymore, especially knowing how much they've done, or how much they can make things better, but they don't. Kind of like the same idea as like the new Pokemon game. A lot of people wanted to play the new Pokemon game regardless of the changes, and then other people were ripping on the game constantly because of how low quality it was, but you know, some people still had fun. Another thing? No? Well, sometimes some gaming companies, instead of making good games, they make or they try to make a narrative, or they try to make political standing games. And those times everyone can pretty much call them out for it. There's been a decent amount of games where big companies have made games that are out of nowhere, and people have called them out. We gotta go back. I grab the stuff. We're gonna do all the inventions. It's gonna take a bit, but it's fine. Penny Frenzy's still not coming out. That would be nice. But I've become too pessimistic. I've lost faith. I do feel like at some point when a company gets too big or they just make too much money, they just start kind of not really caring. It is what it is. This place kind of sucks when it comes to taking pictures because like there's so much stuff and you really have no idea what picture you have and what you don't. I think we have mostly everything. Pretty sure. Okay, so now we have access to our motorcycle, which is going to be our main transport for probably the rest of the game if you really want to go that fast. So, really good stuff. We're now hitting our peak. The only thing that is problematic is we need Finny Frenzy to start, and that's time-based. It should be I think it's going to start either on the 28th or the 30th. At least I'm hoping. I mean, I'm skeptical for almost anything at this point, really. It's for my own good. I don't want to be disappointed to the point where, you know... I mean, I'm already taking a huge step with Neo 3. Like, I'm going to get Neo 3 regardless, but... if Neo 3 does end up being, like, watered down to some extent, I'm gonna be so sad. Because, I mean, they already have a good thing going. And may I say, this might be a crazy take, but if they make Neo 3 an exact copy as Neo 2, like, in terms of mechanics and stuff, the only thing they change is maybe some weapons and bosses, I may perchance say that it's okay, even though that is literally just copy and paste. But I don't think they would do that. That would be a very insane take. Or not a take, but that would be a very insane moment. Now the other thing that sucks too is that while we're doing all the inventions and stuff, the only problem is time stops while I'm in this menu, which is really, well, kind of sucks. I wish it didn't. So, you know, we can actually get the Finny Frenzy moving, but fine. Neo? I think for completing the whole game, it took me like 40 hours maybe? 30? Because there's some collectibles that you do have to get, and if you don't have a guide, it does take a while of going everywhere on the map. Although Neo 2 took a long time. I think Neo 2 took like almost double, like close to 80 hours, because you have to like fully max out all your weapons on your character skill or whatever. Okay, so I mean, if you're already that far in Elden Ring, I mean, might as well finish it now. I feel like if you end up starting Neo now and leave off Elden Ring, you're just leaving it dead in the water. Okay, so we don't have Finny Frenzy, and I need to kill time. This is gonna be kind of awkward, but fine. Just to double... I mean, I know I have it, but... it's kind of bad of me doing this, honestly, but... let me see. So the pictures that we got right before we fought the guy was Dr. Janning, just to make everything clear. And then the other one that we got was Flying Battleship. So those were the two that we got for that are missable. If we didn't get the battleship picture, then yeah, we would be screwed because there's no more battleship, I think, after chapter 4. So well, you know what I could do though, because I still do need the picture. Yeah, I know, 100%. The whole month for... well, December was a little bit dry after the first week. And then the end of December into January, there was really nothing. That was kind of a drought, literally. It was a decent drought. And yeah, it sucked, honestly. It was pretty rough. Hence the reason why we're playing this game right now, since we're pretty much still somewhat in a drought. I need to kill time for the Finny Frenzy, so give me a second. I'm gonna get some water, and then we'll start doing all the inventions. Alright, I'm back. I mean, honestly, having that game being delayed, I mean, I'm at the point where I don't really... Nice, okay, we got it. Actually came back like at the perfect time. But yeah, like I was saying before, having that game delayed, I mean, sure, it does give other people more of a... Let me make sure I have one item. I have... I do. I'm just going through the list right now just to like double check. Okay. We have mostly everything right now. I do kind of hate the fact that I'm not 100% sure when this thing is going to like trigger. But I guess, well, I would say, I guess we could just, but I can't. I have to kill time. Well, not kill time, but you know what I mean. Well, I mean, some people literally cannot help themselves, you know? Actually, speaking about that situation, did you hear about how everyone's like getting upset over the company of Rockstar because they let someone do like a little... Okay, whoops. Because someone wanted to do a playtest of the game of its early build because, you know, they have a terminal disease and Rockstar said, yeah, go for it. And people are complaining online of yeah, that's a thing. I mean, I also only use that, but I also randomly get random news from YouTube. I mean, technically, as yeah, that's pretty much what most people are saying. But it's still pretty messed up, and the idea that like the person that's getting to play the game early is not even playing the game finished. Like, that's the thing. Like, some people legitimately are at this person's throat, even though they're supposedly only have like a few months to live. Like, they're not playing the full finished game. They're playing somewhat of an early build. But if that's enough to like, I don't know, man. It's people are crazy. So, I mean, I still need to kill time. I guess we just start inventing. That's the only thing I can do. Alright. So let's see, we need a belt. Car. And a system. Yeah, we'll be using the buggy to basically get everywhere.
Say cheese.
Yeah. It's going to make the right pot so much better.
Yeah, it w-
Did I ever get a picture of the vacuum? Oh my god. I've never got a picture of the vacuum? Where's the vacuum bag?
Oh, no good, huh?
That's awkward. Alright, let's go get a picture of the vacuum. Jesus fucking Christ. On both fronts, what the fuck? Wait, where's the vacuum? Wait. Vacuum back. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Where's the vacuum? Oh my god. I forgot the vacuum was on the table that we fixed. Okay, I gotta leave this area just in case it doesn't load in the Finny Frenzy, so... Let's go over here. Alright, so while we have a nice music playing, let's go ahead and make more inventions. Okay, so back to what I was doing. So it was a vacuum, what else? Air cleaner and belt.
Yeah, it works.
Now we need a... There we go.
Sage.
We need a dresser, cold store, and work equipment.
Say cheese.
puppet, and rifle.
Say cheese.
Need a fan and a windmill. I actually don't know if the drill arms were that good, but to be fair, like, we got into the point in the game where most of these inventions are kind of subpar, sadly. Wait. Am I... Palm tree. Tiny hammer.
Say cheese. Say cheese.
All right. Need a telescope and then fan.
Say cheese.
Again, the Nova gun that we got from the 100% for this place is better than everything that we're making right now, so. Yeah, it's fine. Wait. Maybe I'm missing something? Hold on.
Say cheese.
I legitimately don't remember if the missile pod is good, but I don't think I'm gonna even bother. But that's fine.
Say cheese. Yeah, it
Wait, do I have this one? Neo. There it is. Traffic light. Pretty sure I have it.
Yeah, it will. Say cheese.
All right. Moving on. Gold. So again, I'm pretty much doing this now for each chapter just so I can double check if I have everything. But if I wanted to do this, I guess quickly, would be just doing this all at the end. Because again, most of these things that I'm making, they're not really useful, sadly. But this also does help you, like I said before. It helps you make sure that you have everything as you're progressing. And then you don't have to do this all in one go and hate your life.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. Yeah, it worked.
So
Yeah, it works.
that's almost everything in terms of inventing. The only thing that I'm missing is the water tank, which is from Finny Frenzy. Yeah, now I need to come up with an idea of what to do. Which is the part that's a very odd scenario. I'm almost positive. Well, it's already 28. The problem is if I go inside the dungeon and come out, it's not gonna do anything. Oh, there we go. It's on. Yes, it was on day 28. All right, huge. Okay. Thank you. I got worried that I was gonna have to wait more. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's take our fish down to the fish races, I guess. So happy that it's actually... It happened on the 28th. All right. Let's see if it matters if we go at nighttime. Because I still need to talk to 2 different people. But it's during the daytime. At least for one of them. Let's see. I think I have to come here when it's daytime. Yeah, I think I have to come here when it's daytime. I'm gonna load the save just for extra safety. So we're gonna wait until like it's midday and then we'll walk over here. It doesn't really much matter what we do right now. We could fish. I know it sounds kind of weird. We can kill time by fishing, so that way I can also level up the fishing rod. That's the only thing I can think about, like, positively. Because every experience we get for the fishing rod does kind of benefit in the long run. I don't know if I actually want to use the lure rod or the fishing rod, because technically speaking, using the lure rod does supposedly give you bigger fish consistently, or more consistent. But you have to do a lot of stuff with it. Like, you have to constantly move the stick around and stuff. It gets pretty tiring. Or you can do the other method, which is just this. You just throw the line and you just wait. I actually don't know which one I prefer going for. I know I don't want to constantly be wiggling my thing around. Because it does get pretty tiring. Time is fast, yes. Let me try a different. Actually, if I'm not wrong, isn't this the area where you can get the one fish if you use poison apples? I remember there's a specific location, I think it's this one, but you can use poison apples and you can catch that one fish from that one area, but might be mixing up info of location. It might be back in the same area where you originally used the poison apple, but I don't know. I for some reason remember potentially you can do it here. Like, I remember being on those bridges over there, throwing the line out. Here, let me see if I'm going insane or not. But that fish in particular, the one that I'm talking about, it's not really anything special. but it does give you a lot of experience, which is like really, really nice. You can really power level your fishing pretty quickly, but didn't even let me cast here. Yeah, I probably should reference my on that. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, we shouldn't have any issues now. So now there's two things that I need to worry about. One is technically we have to win the tournament, which should be fine. But I also need to talk to the two people so we can recruit them, or at least so we can start the thing. So we'll see. Person's not here, so I'm assuming they show up after. Like once the station is cleared. But I think I can... I'm hoping that it doesn't matter. That'd be really bad if it does not. Okay. So we got the talk with the one woman for the golf. Now the only thing that is somewhat bothering me is the fact that because this is here, the character that wants me to win Finny Frenzy is not here. Meaning I think it doesn't matter because you know, got everything that we need here. Alright, let me just do this too while I'm at it. So for third place, we got a diamond. I really, really need that diamond. So Let's see if we can get... Let's see if we can get third place. Because if we can get a diamond, that'd be huge. I don't know if we're too good or if we're just like good enough. That's gonna be the moment. We'll see. So, again, the whole time that I've been feeding the fish, I've been feeding it boost. Its endurance or its tenacity is okay, but it probably doesn't have enough stamina to go, you know, constantly. So, yeah. You got third place. I mean, if it consistently gets third, that's not bad. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Oh. I don't think we'll be able to do it. But we'll see. Yeah, they need to... I guess they need to actually win the first heat to then move on to the next one, yeah. Yeah, we might not be able to do the diamond now. I mean, it's not a big deal. There are other places that the game does give you diamond as a reward. But, you know, if we can get this right now, it would be fine, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it's doing pretty well right now. Nice. Not bad. Let's see if I can get it again. It needs to go all the way to third, which I'm not really sure how the rankings work in terms of... I think it's just based off time per lap. But... again, not a big deal if it doesn't work out, but it's fine. For the request, by the way, you just need to win Finny Frenzy. You don't have to do like a high rank. You could do beginner and just win and you'll be fine. Just an FYI. You don't have to. Nice. Well, I mean, I went in to get the diamond, but if I end up getting, you know... It would be really cool if we can get third place here. If we end up like straight up winning, then that's cool too. But whatever that fish in second place looks like is kind of creepy. Looks like it's made out of bones. So we want to go third place. I mean, honestly, with the way that everything looks right now, it seems like we're not going to be hitting second. potentially might hit, well, we're not hitting first. We might hit third. Ooh, please let it hit third. I think we're gonna hit second. We hit second. No. Just ever so slightly away from third. Unless this is graded differently. Oh. Yeah. Dude, we were off by like a few milliseconds to get third place. No way. Well, we need a moonstone regardless for something later on. I do technically need to win, but because we got a moonstone, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna do senior. Because I mean, if I can beat almost master, then surely I can do senior. If we actually don't get first place here, I have to reset, by the way. Because we need to win Finny Frenzy in order to have access to the one recruit. Oh man, that's such a shame that we didn't get the diamond. It was straight up, what was it, like 6 milliseconds away? Kinda crazy. It was only a few milliseconds. Alright, here comes the finale. I need to win this. I don't care about the prize, but... not gonna lie, not looking great. Unless these guys have less stamina than me. Ooh, this does not look like first place potential. That one fish behind me is... yeah, no. Nah, I'm pretty sure he passed me. Yeah, no, he passed me. Dude, I'm actually gonna get third place in this race, funny enough. Damn. I might actually have to reload. Unless it lets me enter the race one more time. I don't think it will though. That's insane that I managed to somehow not get third place in Masters, but I got third place here. I got a kitchen knife. Yeah, I have to That's so wild. I definitely should have gotten third place in the fishing contest when I did the Masters one, but oh well. It's fine. We'll call it third time's the charm. Do this one more time. Alright. Don't really need that many copies of it, but yeah. What? They're the same prize? Yeah, they are. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky this time and get third place. Again, not necessary to do this, because to get the other 2 diamonds that you need, you technically can get them in the game as you go through. You get them, if you're wondering where you get them from playing golf. Once you start completing most of the golf stages, they do give you a reward after completing them, and they do give you some pretty good ones. Mostly diamonds. Well, not always diamond, but they give you diamonds. But, you know, if I can get one extra just in case for whatever reason, sure. Technically, the Sunstone and the Moonstone are also very helpful because you could use them for making some of the better inventions for your robot, for the ride pod. Damn, we got blasted. Damn, we got absolutely blasted on that. That's a shame. I don't know how that second quarter we got absolutely demolished, but we did. Okay. Like I said before, I'll try again, but on the third one, if we can't get it, or if we can't get it on this one, then I'll just do, I don't know, I'll do the second difficulty or whatever. It's no big deal to get it over with. Dude, just absolutely demolished. I don't even know how we made it to the finales of that one attempt. Alright, whatever, let's... Surely we get it with Junior. I mean, no way we don't. Unless they have like a cracked ass fishing lineup. Alright, well, I mean, we won. We got a sword. How good is it anyways? It's 53 to 42. I mean... yeah. Has good other stats on it. We can use it to transfer, regardless. Alright. So, let's go ahead and transfer the pictures. Okay, so this is the part where it's gonna get a little bit weird, or at least hopefully the thing despawns. I now need the person that wants me to do Finny Frenzy to show up so I can recruit them. They only show up in that area. So... yeah. We're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna put time to move fast. Sorry, move fast. Alright. Oh no, perfect. It ends right there and it... oh, that's perfect, actually. Beautiful. We have that out of the way. There. I'm gonna give it a few. I wanna wait until it's like midday, and then we'll go over. Also, let's go ahead and make this one invention really quick, now that we have the thing. So, we need the water tank that we just got from the fishing thing.
Yeah, it works!
Alright. And now we pretty much have to kill time. There's not really much I can do, honestly. A little bit of a shame, but whatever. I do need to do this, though. What is your stat? 87, 96 stamina. Endurance needs a little bit more, but we can easily supply that with the new bait that we'll be giving it. If it matters. So yeah, we just now build time, really. The most kill time that we can do is pretty much fish. So I guess we'll go fish while we wait for it to go into daytime. Again, we're pretty much done with this chapter. We're just doing a little bit of cleanup. Let's also make the buggy really quick. I will be using that. Nice. Almost discarded. We don't need those legs anymore. Go ahead and sell off some of the useless junk that we have. Sell the legs. don't think there's anything else that I want to make, honestly. We have everything else. So let's just go over to this place. We'll do a bit of fishing while we wait. Like I said before, I remember there's a spot that you can easily put in a bait and you'll get like really high level fish or hard to catch fish, and you can use that to train your rod. But I don't know, it's been years. I get anything. Definitely probably not. But that's fine. Let's do a little bit of a switch up just in case. I'm gonna wait a few here, and then once it gets to like 8 o'clock or whatever, we'll jump over. We pretty much have everything set up. Our buggy is ready. We have our weapon. We have our transport. We're now super fast. Oh, actually, wait, we're not ready. I need to recruit our secret weapon. I forgot about him. Although I'm not sure if I can recruit him now or if I have to recruit him after I go into chapter 5. So let me double check. But yeah, this is the character that we're going to basically stay with for the rest of the game. They give us the ability to see the enemy that has the key item to move to the next floor. And since we're moving really fast, we can make things move very, very quickly. Yeah, I have to go into chapter 5 in order for it to trigger. Okay, that's fine. We just have to go into chapter 5 for that. Completely fine, no problem. I think we should be fine here also. Hopefully the person's there so we can recruit them and we can start getting everything nice and settled. Yeah, there they are. So yeah, that character is very important because that character will give us the ability to use lure rods. And lure rods, if you're the type of person to use those to catch the fish, they're very helpful because they supposedly have a higher odd of getting bigger fish. Alright, and we have that talked done. Now we can just set this to normal because I don't care about the time anymore. But it's time to show off another trick. So like I said before, when it comes down to money, the only thing that really matters is just getting most of the shopping list. And again, we're pretty much making pretty well. But since now I want to run through everything, well, we won't be getting that many treasure chests. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy this, and it doesn't matter what we buy here. I'm gonna buy 3 of these, and this is the very infamous Lure Rod glitch. So the way that this works, it's very simple. You might accidentally do it yourself if you ever wondered what would happen. So you need this rod specifically, and then what you do is, as long as you have more than 2, right? So you grab this. Actually, no, wait. You put it on, you have the rod, and then literally all you do is you swap, and you just keep putting. It's that simple. For some reason, when you swap your character and you have the lure rod on, if you have any item that has 2 of them, you can keep adding. And as you can see, there's more here. So if I take this, you see how it just goes there? It's that simple. You really don't do anything else. See? You just put it on and you just swap, and then you just ask for more, and that's it. So you can keep doing this. It's very simple. The only prerequisite is that you need to have the lure rod, because you can't equip these types of baits unless you have this. And yep, that's it. And then, whoops. And then pretty much, you just sell the excess baits, and you get a bunch of money. They sell for 150 each, so you can make pretty decent money, as you can see. It's very easy. But either way, we now officially have everything nice and clean for Chapter 4 done. We have all the potential pictures. We've made all the inventions. I'm going to make a safety save here because we are done. So we're pretty much like halfway done with the game. The next part is chapter 5, 6, and 7. And pretty much since we have our car stacked with the new weapon, does a lot of damage, and we have a nice, speedy, you know, car, we're pretty good. If anything, just for fun, I'll make a bunch of money just because, and I'll probably invent a bunch of stuff for the ride pod, maybe like some accessories or some whatever. But yeah, we're pretty much done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna get some breakfast,